fight fans? So, I didn't get to do this on the day of the fight, which was UFC 284. Yair Rodriguez became the new interim featherweight champion of the world against Josh Emmett. And he did one hell of a performance. This guy was a straight up, he pretty much looked like he was unstoppable in that fight. He looked flawless in that fight. He pretty much was able to hurt Josh Emmett with some serious body kicks. When I seen those body kicks, I was like, oh my God, he keeps doing that for even just a shorter amount of time. This fight is going to be over. Josh Emmett, going into this fight, I really felt like he was going to be the more of a veteran, the more experience of them two. I felt like he was actually going to be able to, utilize some of his wrestling. I had hoped to see, because hopefully he was able to do some of his homework and see how, Yair Rodriguez has struggled in the past with some wrestlers, which most highly kickboxers normally do. They struggle just a little bit when you're able to utilize some of their, take away some of their weapons, such as their legs and the striking, and throw them to the ground. You were able to see that, but we saw what Yair Rodriguez was able to do on the ground. He was pretty much able to tap out Josh Emmett. I believe it was in the second round. If I'm correct, it may have been a guillotine, something to that nature. I'm 100% sure. I have to get back to you guys on that. It's been a while. But still, he still looked great. He looked really great. He looked really improved. He came back after a couple time layoff. I believe they even let him go. I believe the UFC actually had let him go at one point. And he came back. He had a great fight against Max Holloway. Pretty much gave Max Holloway everything that, Max Holloway's not used to getting. The only time he's ever looked like that was against high-level guys like Dustin Poirier and, of course, Alexander Volkanovski. But he was able to give Max Holloway some trouble. Then he had that highly anticipated fight with Brian Ortega, which, of course, it's unfortunate. There was a stoppage due to the dislocation of Brian Ortega's shoulder. I would have loved to see that fight take place longer, but unfortunately it didn't. So still, at the end of the day, it was still a good fight. So now you got Yair Rodriguez, the #1 contender for Volkanovski, who is probably going to come back down to featherweight. I honestly, personally, I mentioned in previous videos, I wish he wouldn't. I wish he'd just vacate the belt. There really isn't a whole lot of action there. There really isn't, there is some up-and-comers. You still got your Arnold Allens, you still got the Yair Rodriguez, and you still got a few other people knocking at the door as well. But when it comes to the highly anticipated, when it comes to those big blockbusters that I feel like Volkanovski deserves, I really don't see a whole lot there for Volkanovski. I would personally, my personal opinion, would be to have Yair Rodriguez fight the winner of Max Holloway versus Arnold Allen for the undisputed featherweight championship of the world. That's just my personal opinion. That would be one hell of a fun fight. That's just what I see. Volkanovski, I feel like he goes down there. I honestly, truly believe he is the best featherweight in the world, and I do feel like he would be able to beat Yair very handily. I do feel Yair would give him a little trouble in the earlier rounds, but Volkanovski's strength and his wrestling and his striking is just going to be way too much for Yair, and I do feel like he would just dominate him. That's just my personal opinion early on, guys. That's if and when that fight takes place. But still, Yair Rodriguez has earned this right. Yair Rodriguez has been in the game for a while. Yair Rodriguez looked really, really good against Josh Emmett, and he is the rightfully featherweight champion of the world, or excuse me, interim featherweight champion of the world. So yes, I do feel like he should have this undisputed fight against somebody, but I prefer it to be Arnold Allen. But that's neither here or there, guys. So let me know in the comments what you thought about Yair's performance. Let me know what you think is preferred for Yair next. Should it be against the great Alexander Volkanovski, or should it be possibly the winner of Arnold Allen versus Max Holloway? Let me know in the comments, guys. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.